Hey, thanks for joining me. Jerry Eisenhower here with CVC Coaching. And I want you to get out a pencil, a piece of paper, because I want you to make some notes during this presentation. Because what I think I'm going to present to you may just be the golden key that you've been looking for. You know, every day on social media, I see the following. I can't find people to work for me, or I can't get my people trained, or any number of things which are turning into leading frustrations in 2018, and it's halting you and many others from moving to that level that you've always envisioned, what I've always called your dreams. Now, as we go into this, I'm going to give you some ideas. The one thing I can't give you is a magic key that's just going to make it happen. But what I am going to share with you in this presentation is a process that I think that if you seriously take this into consideration and you implement this process, I think you're going to see a tremendous change in the way your business operates every single day. You see, one of the things you got to do to reach your dream is you got to build your team. Now, it may be your decision that you're going to work alone and it's just you. And I want to tell you right now, that's fine because the dream is the dream that you have, not the dream that anyone else has. But many of you want to grow and move to a higher level. You probably had dreams when you started your business, and the dreams involved more time off, it involved more time with your family, involved taking vacations. So the question is, how's that working for you? Is it really working out? Well, you see, I've been in the chimney and fireplace venting industry for almost 40 years. And during that 40 years, I've been an instructor. I've served a lot of volunteer positions. I was president of the National Chimney Sweep Guild for 6 years. I was president of the Chimney Safety Institute of America for 6 years. I served on many boards. I was a certification chair for NFI when the certification program for NFI was developed and did a lot from the volunteer side. And in 2010, I became an independent coach, consultant, trainer, and I've gone through all kinds of training in that. But what I've been able to do is I've been able to visit with many industry members over the last few years and I see what the frustrations are. And that's what this is all about. It's all about giving you a golden key to take your team to the next level. So I thank you for being with me today, and I hope this is going to be this is going to be a good experience for you, and will give you some great ideas to move forward in your business to do what I call go to your dreams. So here's the question: are you ready to open that door? Because I'm going to tell you the system I'm going to talk about. It's going to involve some work. It's going to involve some new implementations that you got to do. But the systems I'm going to share with you are sound proven principles, and the systems are available to you to get there to where you want to go. So I'm hoping you're ready to open that door because on the other side of that door, there's going to be higher profits for you and your business and the ability to go to that magic level, what I've always called your dream. Okay. So, hey, I appreciate you being with me on this. And now let's move forward. So, I want you to stop right now and I want you to review and I want you to grade and be honest with yourself. I want you to grade the expertise and the training levels of your team members on a scale from 1 to 10. And I want you to consider that 1 is a beginner. And I want you to consider that that a level 10, that's an expert. And that expert is a person that you don't have to guide. They know how to handle everything that comes up. They can take care of any problem that comes up. If it's a pressure issue, no matter what it is, a performance issue, this is the guy or the gal, they got the answers. They know how to make it happen. So take a moment and review and grade the expertise and the training level of your team members on a scale of 1 to 10. And if you got a lot of team members, maybe you just want to stop this video right now and spend a little time with this of grading your team members on a scale of 1 to 10. And then I'm going to ask you the next question. Are you a company dedicated to training? Are you truly dedicated? And I want you to rank your company on a 1 to 10 scale. And then I want you to decide, can you improve? And again, this isn't in an open class. You're all by yourself. This is just you, or maybe it's the members of your management team looking at this together. Maybe you want to ask the other people in your company, where are you all great at? But then ask the question, can you improve? And the bigger question is, do you want to improve? Do you truly want to go to that next level? Do you want to go to that level of expertise? Do you want to go to that level of high sales? Do you want to go to that level that customers trust you, build a relationship? You're known as an authority in your community. You're known as an authority in the industry. Where do you rank at? Can you improve? And again, you're saying this to yourself. Don't worry, you're not going to have to show this to anyone else. Because what I want to do is show you how to move the needle. And to move the needle, you have to continuously be working. In lean thinking, it's called daily continuous improvement. And you're working in an industry that there is continuous change in construction standards, air quality standards, appliances being built. Every time we turn around, there's new things coming out. And you see, those of us that have been in the industry for 40 years, we've lived through a lot of changes. We've been able to accept them a little piece at a time. A couple of years ago, it hit me real big. I was doing a class and I was talking about the NFPA code changes in 1984. And a young man in the class said something. He said, Jerry, I got a problem. Well, what's the problem? You're talking about stuff that happened before I was born. And you know, I consider that one of the magic moments in my teaching career, because all of a sudden it occurred to me, you know, I'm teaching young people that are entering this industry things that I learned in little bitty pieces over a long career. And we're expecting these people to know all this and put this all to work. And when you look at it, that's a vast amount of knowledge and it's a vast amount of expertise. But that's what you're really looking for. If you're going to go to that next level, that's what you got to be looking at and what you want to be doing. So let's talk about how you're going to move that needle. And the way you're going to move that needle is something that I think has phenomenal potential. And that is moving the needle using virtual means. And I want to explain to you why. The first thing is the majority of the people that you are going to hire, that you are going to train, are probably going to be under 35. And this is the way that this generation learns. This is what their schooling has done. And what this has also done is when you provide a new hire who has met your requirements and you provide them a training tool with a virtual means, their answer is, you mean you've got this tool that's going to help me? And I can tell you right now, we have the data to prove that these new people coming in are using this, they're using the system, and they're moving to a rapid level. Now, it's very hard for those over 35, over 45, in their 50s or whatever, to grasp how virtual training works. But if you actually go to this research and you look at what the experts say, the experts are telling you right now, this is printed out here, it's in all the research papers, that the training systems that have traditionally been used in our system of education, of going to a class, sitting in a classroom, listening to an instructor for hours on end, which I've done, and I feel I'm pretty effective at it. And if you've ever been in one of my classes, hopefully you'll agree, but it's not going to work with this generation. But with virtual means, what you have a system that you're able to implement training immediately on the first day at work. The very first day at work, you can now implement a training system. And you don't have to wait until a training comes to your area. And you don't have to get on an airplane to fly to go get the training. Now, there is some training that will need to be hands-on. There, we teach gas service. That's a hands-on class. We teach rope safety, but the second part of the class, yes, it's hands-on. But what we found is by using the virtual means for the classroom, CBC instructor Bob Ferrari is able to be much more effective when he arrives on site to do the prep. We're seeing the same thing with Bob Wise because now the students can take a base gas training, and when he shows up to do his gas service class, they already know the basics. They know what gas is. They know what propane gas. They know what natural gas is. These are the benefits of virtual. With virtual, you can now pre-study for your industry certification test. And now you're even able to take industry certifications without ever traveling. These are the advantages that virtual gives you. And I feel that virtual training is the training of the future. But the other thing is, I feel that virtual training is the training system for today. That once you implement this and understand how you can use it and learn how to maneuver, how to assign, how to track, how to measure, it's going to bring you increased expertise at the fastest rate that you've ever seen possible in your career as a manager. You're going to be building experts in your company. But again, you've got to implement it. So the question is, do you have your skills on your staff to assemble training content? You see, when you look at many related industries and we look at HVAC contractors that are running 100, 125 trucks, 75 trucks, 35 trucks, plumbing companies, what these companies have developed is in-house training systems, and they have in-house trainers on staff. Several years ago at an NCSG convention, a person came and spoke to the group, and his name was Al Levy. And Al is a business coach who has written some books. He's a system expert, but Al was the keynote speaker at the NCSG convention that year. And one of the things that Al said in that seminar stuck with me. And he said, when you develop your own in-house training center, what you can now do is market that you're not training your people in your customers' home, you're training them in your own training center. And many industry companies have picked up on this, and they are now building and developing their in-house training centers. But again, it goes down. Do you have the skills? Let's be honest. Do you have the skills on your staff to assemble training content? Do you really have it? And even more than that, do you have the skills on staff to present the training content that you put together? Let's be real honest here. Do you truly have those skills? Do you have the time to put together the PowerPoint presentations, to put together the things? Do you have the time to apply for the CU accreditation? Do you have the time to do this? Or are you busy running your business? This is where virtual comes in. Virtual gives you an in-house training system and staff on demand for you at any time. It's going to take you to this whole new level. Okay? Earlier this year, I released a new book. It's called How to Move a New Recruit to a Skilled Technician. I released it in May of this year. And what we talked about in here is the processes of onboarding and training. Onboarding and training. And I did almost 2 years of research in with my customers in their businesses, different ways to get this done. So what you've got to do is understand that there's systems. And what we've done is we have done the research. We have figured out a miraculous system to make this happen. A miraculous system. So, but it's up to you to implement it. Let me take this in a little deeper. I want to take you into the financial implications. I want to talk about cost of what it costs to do this and give you some comparisons. But I want you to know I've done a lot of research into this and I've consulted a lot of people. I've worked through the John Maxwell. I'm a John Maxwell certified teacher, and I've worked with many of my own coaches in how to phrase this forward. And I work with some great people as coaches and mentors, guys by the name of Larry Winget, Randy Pennington, Scott McCain, Jeffrey Gitomer, and the list goes on. Because as a coach and as a consultant and as an educator, I've got to continue to build my education up, which means it is every week of doing research and digging deeper and deeper and finding out the best way to do these things. So I want you to look at this for a minute. Let's talk. I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever figured out what you pay to train people? Have you figured this out? And have you figured out what it costs you to train a new technician, to bring them up to speed? We did the research. This is what we found out. That for you to put a new employee out, to put them in the field, to put them on a truck, do you realize that cost can exceed $15,000 to $20,000? Now we're talking about the wasted time. We're talking about the time in classes. And some people even say, you know, I think it's higher than that. So I want you to think about that. Whenever you're wanting to engage someone and train them, think about what it's actually costing you to do this. And when you look at virtual, this is what makes it so great about virtual. It can have a tremendous effect on your training budget, and it can lower it. So what we did, we ran some comparisons here, because as I look around the industry, what I see is all the time we have seminars. We are going seminar crazy in the chimney and venting industry. One week this year, I saw 4 different trainings going on simultaneously. In fact, our company was doing one of them. So what I've run here is a simple cost factor based on the following: sending one person to a one-day training, and it was close enough to drive to, but it had a one-night stay in a hotel. So the one-night stay in the hotel was $125 approximate, and that's an average night in a hotel these days. The registration cost was $99. We had $75 in cost of transportation. We had meals, and the meals we figured out we were going to run about $50. We had wages, figuring on an 8-hour day at $25 an hour, that came up at $200. And then we added in lost income. And this is where you've got to figure out what is your lost income when you send someone to a class. And we came up as a lost income of $1,800 as lost income for the day. And we base that on what we see as an industry average of around $500 to $600 per job on 3 jobs a day. And what did that bring us up to? That brought us up to a total cost of $2,349 for that $99 training. Now, let's take another one. We didn't have to buy a night in a hotel. This was in our own town. They just had to get up this morning and go to the class. We had to pay that $99 registration fee. We had those wages of $200 a day. We still had that $1,800 lost income for the day. So did that one-day training bring you $2,099? That's what it cost you. So is the one-day trainings you're going to, is it truly the bargains that you think it is? Is it truly there? Because it's time to talk dollars and cents. And one of the things I'm going to try to share with you is the value of virtual in many ways. But one is the simple economic advantages that you have when you implement a virtual training program in your company, and show you where, from a monetary side, where it makes tremendous tremendous sense to go there. So we have a program. Let's get real. This program is all about showing you the value of our program. But the other thing is, we know we're not the only program out there. And I also want to share this with you. Many people are buying multiple programs because they see the value. So many people are on 2 and 3 platforms to build their in-house training program. Now, personally, I think we have an exceptional program. So I want to share with you what's on our program so you'll understand what's there and what we have to offer you. This is showing you just some of the programming on the CBC Basecamp. It's our e-learning platform. And what you're looking at is various courses. Now, inside of these courses, as you look at there, inside of these could be programs from an hour presentation to some of these are 16 to 20 hour presentations. The amount of information in this program as people get into it is simply phenomenal. We have over 80 hours that are CU accredited, over 80 CUs at this point, but we have a lot of programs that we never even submitted for CU accreditation. But they're there for you, and they're great learning tools for whoever. Now, what you're looking at right now, I want to show you what, excuse me, what's inside of a course. This is the inside of our NFI CBC Gas Certification Review and Pre-Study course. What we have here is a 16-hour presentation that's prepared and presented by Bob Wise, one of the leading instructors, teaches at HPBA, has taught at many affiliates, has taught people all across the country, and has a 40-year history of doing training on gas. In this course, you're going to find there are all kinds of what we call modules, and there are quizzes to measure proficiency. And you know, the people that are taking this course, we have an average in the high 90s of the people that are passing the NFI gas certification course, which is a fairly difficult course to pass. And we're sitting in the 90 percentile range in passing on this course. So what you're looking at is this is what's inside there, where you have 13 different modules, 13 different quizzes that are set up to check the proficiency to prepare you to take that course. And with the NFI system today, you can take this course and then you can do Proctor for you and take your NFI gas certification right there in your office. In other words, you can decide this week that somebody's going to get serious about taking this certification, and in 2 weeks with no travel, you can have an NFI certified gas technician on your staff. 2 weeks, no travel, no wait until a class comes somewhere close to you. It is virtual. It's on demand. This is what's great about virtual on demand training. You set it to your schedule, not when somebody decides to put a class into your backyard or where they're having a class and you got to fly your person to it. You got to get across the country. Okay. So we got hundreds of hours of training, many with CEU accreditation, way more than enough to recertify with, and we're adding to this programming every week, sometimes daily. We add new modules and new courses and new background information. We have a team of people that are building this platform, and that's what we do. We build the tools that you need to succeed. So again, hundreds of hours of training, many with CEU accreditation. But what makes the CBC platform unique? Unlike anyone else, we have courses for every member of your team, And that goes from your beginners to your experienced team members. Earlier this week, I just recorded a course on how to properly present a video for how to produce it, how to make it go together, how to do pre-production, how to do post-production, camera angles, facial features, scripting. That's done this week. We're doing other classes right now, and we are continuously adding classes. We don't say we're going to add a couple a month. We add them at a fast breaking pace, and we're doing them for every department in your company. We got courses on sales, safety, hiring, lean, marketing, quality control, management, leadership, technical, and a whole lot more. It's all there, and it's all on demand. And on demand means when you demand it, it's there. It's there for you. Okay. We got courses for managers, for office, for warehouse people, for technician, for new hires in every department within your company. The companies that are getting into this that are in the chimney business, day one, they're putting them on Chimneys 101 to learn the basis. We devised what we call our new hire training program. We have a 100-day success plan that has a complete curriculum laid out to take your technician that in 100 days, this person can be a skilled, professional, certified technician who is out earning money in your company, earning profit. Folks, that is ROI. That is return on your investment like no one else can deliver to you. One of our most popular courses is, we rolled this out in the 1st of June. We call it Daily Training Tidbits. And in Daily Training Tidbits, what we do is we provide for every workday a brief, pointed, direct 5 to 7 minute training, one for every day of the week. To show you how we have progressed with this, I'm recording this seminar or this presentation on July the 10th. Since June 1st, when we started this, we have now uploaded almost 40 daily training tidbits that last anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. Because here's what we're also finding out. The 5 to 7 minute training tidbits may exceed what you're going to get in day-long training sessions. Let's face it, how much can people remember out of an 8-hour class? But here we're dealing down with one specific item, one subject matter, we're covering in depth, and not only that, we're giving you a morning motivation, a motivational presentation to fire your people up and get them moving. And these are done by some great people. They're done by myself. Brandy Biswell has done some. Bob Wise has done some. Taylor Hill has done some. And we have other people that are going to be doing the daily training tidbits. See, when you look at the amount of people that are doing courses on our platform, it blows everybody else away. The assortment of selection of stuff. We have things like, we have idea shots. These are produced by Larry Winget, Randy Pennington, and Scott McCain. And with permission, we have put these on our site. We have motivational presentations on there from some of the greats in the motivational and the sales world, the Gittimers, Zig Ziglar. The list goes on. Now, what I do want to tell you is over 90% of our platform is proprietary programs that we have built, put together, constructed, and present at CBC Coaching. It's not a whole lot of stuff that you're going to find anywhere else. This is proprietary training. And I also want you to understand the proprietary training that we do is nothing that's been recycled from the past. You could go on to our platform. I have a 16-hour presentation on there, and it's about masonry chimney diagnostics and analysis. I've been teaching that subject matter to this industry for over 25 years. Since I worked on the CSI white paper, Chimney Fires, Causes, Effects, and Evaluations, since I originally was the author of the Diagnosis and Documentation Program and the Advanced Diagnosis and Documentation Program. Maybe you are one of my students. Well, now I've upgraded this presentation year in, year out, that now we have a phenomenal presentation on masonry chimney diagnostics. We have an amazing program on fireplace, factory built fireplace diagnostics and documentation. And we tell you all kinds of histories. We got the history of chimney relining. We have the history of chimney sweeping. Folks, there's not more education available to you today than it comes from CBC Coaching. We're an independent supplier of education. Our education is not controlled by anyone but our group of people that are committed to you and committed to our customers, give the greatest programs we can to help you move to that dream destination, that one you've been wanting all these years. How do you access it? Hey, this is the great part. Anywhere you got internet access with any device that can connect to the internet, we have an app. You can connect with your phone, with your tablet, with your computer. It's amazing what all you can access right there. And the new classroom just may be in the palm of your people's hands. They can access their courses. Just think about this. They can make use of downtime. They can listen to motivational presentations going to job sites, because many of those, they're not a matter of videos, they're an audio presentation. We have webinars that I've produced over the years. We have webinars that other people have produced. If you started listening to this programming that we've got today, I honestly don't think you'll ever catch up with everything we're putting on here, because we keep adding to it every day. Every day we are doing new recordings. Earlier today, Brandy Biswell and myself, we did 2 recordings this morning to go on here. And our team is committed to doing this. And Cheryl Eisenhower is also one of the participants. And she's doing courses on outdoor living, outdoor fireplaces. We got programs coming on servicing gas grills. You see, that's the thing. If people share with us what their needs are, we build the programs. We've got sales training, monumental amount of sales training, and it's based on proven systems from Jeffrey Gitomer, from Zig Ziglar, because what we offer you is our instructors are certified by many groups. And by doing that, we're the only certified instructors. You're a certified person. Don't you carry that proudly? We carry our certifications proudly. Brandy Biswell, she has a master's degree. When you look at our team, when we talk about Bob Ferrari, what makes Bob Ferrari? My God, he was certified for mountain climbing. He was certified in ropes. And when I went searching for an instructor, I don't think there was a better choice that I could get that could give you systems that you could use on your job sites to make it safer, to get your jobs, to get your people where they buy into the use of helmets, ropes, and harnesses. Now, also remember this, all of our instructors, Cheryl, Brandy, Bob Wise, myself, Ken Warren, great sales coach, great sales teacher. He's a Ziglar Legacy certified trainer. All of our people, we're available, including myself, to come out and train you. But what we're trying to do is assemble this programming that makes sense for you. Another way to use this is use our training kit as your own. In other words, pull your people together and you become the moderator and the training. You run our training for your group of people. And once you get past the teaching point, this is how I explain. And this is what we're also doing, is helping you become a trainer. So once you get to the teaching point, you stop the course and you interact with your students just like if the instructor was there. And you find out to make sure how are they going to apply this into your business with your customers to be able to do it better, to be higher performing, higher profits, to bring you that higher return. So see, that's another way that we teach you how to do and how to use our system. It's all about how do you turn that needle up. So what we have here is a team of talented presenters and all kinds of various subject matters. And we're adding more all the time. In fact, I will tell you, if you're listening to this, do you think you have programs that will be of value to others? Then we encourage you to contact us because our intention, our goal, and our reality is we are going to have the largest programming selection in education in the chimney and hearth industry. We're very serious about that. We are dedicated. We have poured our resources into doing this. We pour our time in. We have a production team that turns the courses, uploads, loads the CUs, code words into the whole 9 yards. There's not a better program out here. And we believe in this, and we believe that it is the next avenue for you. This is a customer testimonial. Listen to this. Online training is the future, and the future is now. CBC Coaching has developed some unique curriculum you can roll out to your teams to get them operating at a higher level. The ability to train and earn in the same day. Think about that. The ability to train and earn in the same day opens up some really unique growth opportunities for business any size. Online training coupled with the in-house training has helped us move our needle. That's a customer testimonial. This man has got it figured out, and he knows that this is going to move him to the next level. Another testimonial. Thank you so much for creating the CBC Learning Platform. It's a huge help to us. It makes our training easy and affordable. With the administrative function, we're able to assign courses and follow up on who's using them and where weaknesses are within our team. The team members that use it more seem to have a better understanding of what is and it's increasing our productivity and profitability overall. I'd recommend it to anyone in the industry. Customer testimonials. Here's another one. We love the look and interface of the training platform. Remarkable, easy to navigate. It's training when and where you need it. This system has helped us get organized with training for both office staff as well as technicians. In addition, if we have a need in our company for specific training, Jerry is there to implement a system based on the need session. It's definitely taken our company to the next level in training. This training platform has become a very important part of our company, from training new employees from day one of employee to specialized training for our more seasoned employees. It's one of the best decisions we've made in our company to bring our team together. Highly recommend. So you're probably wondering, what's the cost? What's the cost? And I think this is going to be the shocker of what I'm getting ready to show you, of how low you can bring this program into reality in your company right now, that you can put this to work tomorrow morning. That's how easy this is. Remember that $99 seminar? You know, that thing likely cost you over $2,000. And maybe it was even more if your daily income was more, you had higher expenses to simply attend. So is the daily income for 1 year cruise, is it over $1,800? Is it $3,000, $4,000? What is it? Because that's what you got to look at. What is your cost? And this is where virtual is going to make such a difference in your ROI, is it is going to slash the cost of your training budget to an all new low level with tremendous return. Because you also got to figure in, when you go for training, you're going to fly, you got to pay to park a car. Charlotte Airport costs me about $8 a day to park a car. You may be in an area, it costs $15 a day to park a car. You got a cost to the hotel, you got rental car costs, you got food costs. Add these things up. Add these things up, and the amount of money that you're spending, it may well shock you, but you got to put it all together. But see, what you got to also do is training has got to be on your schedule. And to do that, the training needs to be available when you need it. When you need it. And see, this is the neat thing about virtual. If you need it today, it's a simple matter of dialing it in on the programming, assigning it to your people and dialing it in. That's how simple it is. You got to remember, training time, if you're scheduling it away, it's lost income. So what we want to do is enable you to have a system when there's downtime, you're going to turn it into training time, turning it into training time. Okay? So what's it cost? This is the great part. A company seat, and this can be shared by anyone in the company using a common username and password, is usually $199 a month. But if you're a member of the National Chimney Sweep Guild or the Hearth Patio Barbecue Association, we give you a 10% discount. So your monthly cost to access all these programs on demand for your entire company, sharing a common username and password, because you have the ability for anyone to earn the CUs because of the code word system that we use. You can put this program into play for $179.10 a month. That's probably less than you charge to sweep a chimney. That's probably less than many of you charge to inspect a chimney. $179 a month. So what you're going to find is, to bring this system into play for your company, the cost is probably going to be less than a one-day seminar to have this program at your access, at your disposal, at your beck and call for 1 year. And folks, that is value. When I look at this, I look at other industries, and the cost of what we're charging for the CBC Base Camp pales in comparison. I watched another coaching company specializing in the HVAC industry rolled out a program recently. It was $18,000 a year, and it did not have the depth of programming for what we have. One of my mentors, Jeffrey Gittimer, he has a training program. The cost is $20,000 a year. So I want you to understand, we're selling you this entire program under one seat for any member of your company for $179.10 a month. That, my friends, is lower than the cost that you'll pay to go to a one-day seminar if you run the numbers. Okay, so like I said, annual cost for a company seat, run your own numbers. A company seat for the year, it's going to be less than that one day $99 seminar. And here you get hundreds of hours of training, over 80 CEU hours available that can be shared by anyone in the company using a common seat, common password. Now, what we also offer, and this is what the really progressive people do, they obtain extra seats for their people. Now, the reason you would obtain extra seats is each seat has a password and a username. So what this gives you the ability to do is to assign courses to individuals. You can track their attendance, because if you're using a common seat, you can't track which one of your team members is using it. Now, if you're only going to use the system for group training, the common seat will work fine. But as you get into this program, we can show you how to set up teams, how you can share seats. What you've got to do is talk to us and let us know how we can help you implement this system into your company. If you're not ready to subscribe, all of our CEU courses can be purchased with 60-day access. So in other words, like you're seeing right now, if you wanted to take our 100-day new hire training success plan, which is a course to explain to you how to do this. It's going to cost you $49, but you got access for 60 days. If you want our sales course, CBC Anticipation, a process for better sales closure, and the list goes on down through there. If you want our basic chimney sweep technician course, it's $199. If you want our diagnostic and analysis approach to masonry chimney failure, it's $99. Factory built fireplace and chimney diagnostics is $99. But your best value is to have a monthly subscription. Now, there's no contracts with a monthly subscription. So you're not tied into anything. And if this isn't of value to you, we'll tell you real quick. When this no longer is a value, you really need to unsubscribe. Now, what do you get when you complete a course? If you are presently certified, when you complete a course and you forward your code words that signify you have completed the course, what we do is we prepare a course completion certificate. Your name, the course name, and all that is then put onto that. This is then sent via email back to you. You can frame these in your office. Make it a competition. See, you want to stress getting your people educated. Let's see how many people can get the most certificates of completion for taking courses. What we also do is we file your CEUs for you. So whenever you notify us and you've taken the code words and all the information is sent back, we then notify NFI or CSI or both, whoever you're certified, that you have completed that course, and it's added into your file at CSI and NFI. And we're sending these every day. Every day we've got people that are completing courses. Every day we are preparing certificates. Every day we are notifying the two accreditation bodies, the certification bodies. We're notifying them of our students that are taking their CEUs. And you're getting your acknowledgement, you're recorded, everything else. We don't have any access fees to start the system. All you got to do is tell us. We have no access fees. And another thing about our program, we have no courses that are a quote extra charge. A subscription includes every online course and every one that is released. When a new course is released, you are notified with an invitation to view the new course. There is no extra charges, and we have no access fees to accept that. I also want to remind you that New England Chimney Supply feels so strongly that New England Chimney Supply recognizes our educational program and is part of their rebate program for education. And we want to thank New England Chimney Supply, who has reached out and offers their customers and allows them to make their own choice of who they'll be educated by. So thank you, Pierre, and thank you, New England Chimney, for honoring us like that. Remember, there's no contract. You can cancel it anytime. And here's our guarantee to you. Try it for 2 weeks. Subscribe to it. If you subscribe for 2 weeks and if you feel our platform is not of value, all you got to do is tell us. It wasn't worth it. We didn't see the value. And we will refund your complete subscription cost for that first month. 100% comes back to you. 100%. That's our guarantee of value. And keep in mind, there are no contracts. What we use is a credit card system that we charge monthly. But if you notify us that you want to cancel at any point, we're going to cancel it for you. That's your request. We're not going to argue with you about it. We're not going to fight about it with you, whatever. You tell us, hey, we're going to pull out a program. We're going to wish you well. We're going to miss you. And hopefully you'll be back with us one day. But this is a program that can work year-round for you. So here's the questions for you. Isn't it time for you to take your training to the next level? Isn't it time for you to stop this frustration of how am I going to move my new hires to the position of skilled and trained in record time? Is the present system working that good? Let me ask you this. Is it time that you had a dedicated system of continuous training for your team? But let's face it, do you really have the time? And if you get down to it, do you really have the talent to put this together? And don't you really need a training program for every member of your team? It's not what you really need. So if the answer is yes to this, if you're ready to subscribe, all you got to do is send us an email at training@cbccoaching.com. Or you can go to our website at cbccoaching.com/education/. Always remember, we have a 2-week guarantee of value. Please remember, there are no contracts. There are no long-term obligations. If the day comes that this program is not working for you, not providing value, then we tell you right now, cancel the program. But with the daily training that's coming out, with a training for every day of the week year round that can help your people, how can this not be of value to you 52 weeks a year? 52 weeks a year of value. Value that's going to give you more sales, more return on your investment, faster training of your people. It's a way to take those handcuffs off that so often tie us down to the business. So again, you got questions, email them to us. Remember our guarantees of value. Please, we're looking to hearing forward to you. So here's the whole thing. I've opened up a door to higher profits. It's standing wide open. And what it is, it's all up to you at this point. If you want to take the advantage of moving to a higher level, if you want to have a dedicated in-house training program, second to none, that's my guarantee to you. If someone's providing better value to you, please tell me what it is, because we will bust our butts to provide our customers the best training system available. I've been doing this for almost 40 years. I've given many years of my life, and I honestly see this as the answer that you can put into effect that will truly take you to those dreams. So once again, the door to higher profits is open. And my name is Jerry Eisenhower, and I am dedicated to watching people like you reach their dreams. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And I'm hoping that we can provide this training program for your people, for your team. I honestly think it's that gold key that you've been needing. And with that, I want to thank you for giving me the courtesy and the honor to be with me in this presentation. And I hope you see the value in this. If you got any questions, email us, training@cbccoaching.com. And we look forward to making you our customer. Have a good evening.